Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the latest vehicle released by Rockstar as part of the Casino Heist DLC. So why don't we just get going on that, and what do we think of the Casino Heist DLC so far? Well, we're pretty impressed with it, got to say, it's quite a lot of fun. Not making as much money as we might hope. I've got to burst my own blasted office, that's rather annoying. No doubt my secretary is doing something insidious up here. Now, I must warn you, ladies and gentlemen, don't speak to my secretary. She's an awful woman, has an obsession with mass murderers, Shouldn't you be working for Mr. Raccoon, Oh, how about that? We got the Christmas tree delivered to us by Rockstar as well. It really is rather nice, Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the Maze Bank offices, and we're going to take a look at the latest vehicle released, and it is the Grotti Furia. And the Grotti Furia can be found under the Legendary Motorsport website, and there we go. Retailing for a price of, it's got two prices, $2,740,000, buy it now price, or a trade price for just over $2 million, ladies and gentlemen. And you will need to undertake a specific prep setup mission in order to unlock that, and I really can't be bothered to wait, so I'm going to throw $700,000 down the drain and send it to my Hillcrest residence right now. Okie dokie, and we're going to be getting there, ladies and gentlemen, in the Proto, the XP Proto, or whatever the heck it's called, rather a shambolic state of affairs in the street there, wasn't there? A car and fire and all sorts of things. Okay, well then, ladies and gentlemen, we take it up to Hillcrest, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the top-end Grottis, rather interesting car, rather expensive, rather damaged. Don't know how that happened, of course. If anything don't happen, I'd cut it out, of course. I wouldn't want that to be in the video. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We've just arrived at the Hillcrest residence, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. This is the Grotti Furia, the latest vehicle released by Rockstar, and it's a Grotti, ladies and gentlemen. As you may well know, I'm quite taken by Grottis, one of my favorite brands in this particular game. And what do we think of this new vehicle? Well, it looks quite like in my opinion, looks shockingly close to the Progen T20, ladies and gentlemen. I'd say very, very close. I mean, hardly any difference at all, really. But yeah, it's an okay looking car, it's not exactly for nearly $3 million, not exactly it's got interesting doors though, how about that? Yes, it doesn't really sort of wow one, does it? It's not bad styling. I do like the styling, but it's not got much flair for $3 million. Okay, let's take it out onto the street and see how she handles. Okay, acceleration straight up the hill didn't feel that fast, to be quite frank with you. Not a good sign, but we'll check out the handling, ladies and gentlemen. Rather than try and swerve, it's always try and trick you, those cars, we're not entirely certain which way they're ever going. Yes, we'll check out the handling, ladies and gentlemen, down these Vinewood hills, and what do we think? It's not doing too badly, is it, to be quite frank with you? It's not too bad at all. I'm going to try some top speed down here, and yes, video is frozen there, and okay, now I've lost control of it, and it's bouncing all over the shop. Well, that really is a rotten shame. I've got the police there, we don't want to get them on. No, okay, they're pulled off, that's rather lucky. Okie dokie, well, we'll try the top speed again, ladies and gentlemen, see what's going on down here, see what sort of performance this vehicle's got. And what do we think? Well, it doesn't seem that fast, does it, to be quite frank? I mean, we are moving fast, don't get me wrong. It's certainly a sports car, a top-end sports car, no question about that, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to be frozen again. But it doesn't seem to be mind-bendingly fast, if you know what I mean. It's not the sort of likes of the Krieger or the Emret or the Ameris there, But one should point out, of course, that this is the unmodified version, and the performance is bound to change, of course. I certainly hope so. When we go ahead and perform the modifications to this vehicle, which we're going to go and do right now. Okie dokie, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the returned, I should say, to the Maze Bank offices. We're going to take the vehicle inside now, and we're going to put it into the custom auto shop and go through the modifications, and here we go. Now, as always, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going through this stage of the video at double speed, in order to hurry things along somewhat, and we'll be starting with the more functional, performance-related modifications that can be affected to this vehicle in terms of the engine tuning, suspension, transmission, turbo, that sort of business, and then we're going to move on to the more aesthetic stylings, and that's exactly where we are right now. Okie dokie, and like I said, the whole purpose of this section of the video, ladies and gentlemen, is just to give you an idea of what modifications can be affected to your vehicle should you choose to go ahead and purchase it. Okie dokie, well, here we are. We're going to go have a look now at the sort of, I'm not entirely certain what they're called, carnards or something like that, no idea. Okie dokie, now it is worth pointing out, I suppose, one of the few things here, it's got rather a lot of options this vehicle has. It's quite well stocked when it comes to modifications. Can't get any other spoilers, you know. It only comes with one standard spoiler, ladies and gentlemen. It sits hidden away at the back of the vehicle there. You can't see it currently, and when the vehicle gets up to a certain speed, then it sort of raises up out of the tail or the back end of the vehicle there by itself automatically. Okay, so that's perhaps something worth noticing. And that also, I should point out, is very, very similar to the Trojan T20, which I believe this car looks very, very similar to. Okay, well, it's also, in case you can see, it's got some liveries on it as well, rather interesting. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's a two-tone colour there. We've got the roof, as you can see, is a different colour to the main body, and so that gives you more options for aesthetic styling. And I think, as I'm going to have to go ahead and put this in red, as all of my Ferraris, or all of my Grottis, I should say, are in a red, and I don't know if I like that red roof, so I think I'm going to go for the carbon roof, don't you know? Yes, I do. I still sort of like it in the black there, so but there's no point in putting it in black when you can have the carbon roof, so there we go. Okay, well, I think that's just about it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's all the modifications completed. I think I'm going to take it back out onto the street now, and we'll see how she handles with all of the modifications and upgrades. Hopefully we'll see an improvement to that acceleration and whatnot. Okay, well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're back out onto the street now, and let's put it around a standard lap and see how she handles. Right, okay, well, it's getting up there not badly, ladies and gentlemen. The acceleration's not too bad, really, I suppose. The handling, right, okay, I went around that top corner without touching the brakes, ladies and gentlemen. Did take my finger off the accelerator just a little. Whoops, Dace is going to lose it there. Right, okay, try not to hit anybody. Okay, we're going to try this corner here, and let's see how she gets around. Yeah, not too bad shape, really, considering what a shocking driver I am. It's that very first top corner, like I say, ladies and gentlemen, didn't touch the brakes at all, you know, just took the old foot off the accelerator, or the finger off the accelerator, technically, for just a half a second there, but otherwise it went round perfectly fine. I've got the hard left now at the bottom, and yes, not too bad, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad at all, to be quite frank with you. Okie dokie, well, that is the first time out the box, you know, pretty much a modified vehicle. It's quite easy to get a hang of. We're going to take it all up to our test, our high-speed track now, ladies and gentlemen, and see how what sort of performance she's got under that hood. Okay, so here we are. This is our top speed track, ladies and gentlemen. We put different cars down here. You get something like the Kriega can get down here in about 50 to 51. You know, the Grotti GTO will get down here in about 52, along those lines. The Zentorno 54. And what are we going to get for this new Grotti? Alright, 55.457, not particularly good, to be quite frank with you, but that is only testing straight line speed, ladies and gentlemen, not really applicable in the real world, so to speak, but it is a rather beautiful vehicle. Okay, well, we've taken it to Sandy Shores, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to put it up against some other vehicles now and see how she handles. Okay, now that's the Grotti Turismo Classic behind it. It's certainly a much cheaper car, you know, than this, but certainly much cheaper car than the Grotti, what is it, the Furia, is it? Yes, that's right. Yes, the Grotti Furia, like I say, retailing for a price of, well, effectively I paid $270,000 for it, ladies and gentlemen, which is a shockingly high price, I'm sure you'll agree. The Turismo Classic, $750,000, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, $2 million more we'd expect it to win. Okay, now this is the vehicle that I claim that it looks so much like, ladies and gentlemen. This is in fact the Trojan T20, don't you know? Okay, that's a very good car, very good car. Sort of loses around the track to most things, but on the street it's very good. $2.2 million for this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, 2 million to 2.7, depending on if you do the undertake the special prep mission to get this vehicle. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, there's no question about it. If you're paying $2 million, it is going to take down the T20, and that's not the surprise. Oh, sorry, hell, what was that? Right, okay, I hit another plane again. Right, sort of becoming a habit, that really is. Yeah, so Mr. Raccoon finds that very funny, tittering away. I should point out, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Raccoon driving all of the other vehicles. His name's the Bromby. He has a channel of his own, you know. It's called the Bromby. If you type the Bromby into YouTube, you should be able to find his channel. Why don't you go and check that out? He's got some rather amusing videos on there. Okay, now next up, ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Daddy Z, as we like to call it on this channel. This is the Pegassi Zentorno, 720 $25,000 for this car, ladies and gentlemen. Well, $2 million effectively, over $2 million under the price, I should say. That's say the Grotti is over $2 million more than the Zentorno there. The race is long finished, and I'm still talking about it because I can't get my words out. You saw what happened, ladies and gentlemen. The Zentorno lost, and perhaps that should be no surprise. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to go up against one of the more recent big hitters. This is from the last DLC, the Casino DLC itself. You know, this is the Krieger, ladies and gentlemen, the benefactor Krieger, a very expensive car. It's 2.8 million, something along those lines. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, for a sort of class for class, you know, there's about the same sort of price range, and it's not even close. The Krieger absolutely demolishes it. Okay, well, now it's time for the final masquerade, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we consider to be the fastest car on the street, not technically in a straight line. The Krieger does take that honor, but around the street, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Grotti Italy GTO. Okay, now it's under $2 million for this particular vehicle. Only a nice sort of snip under, I should say. You know, effectively, you can consider the Grotti 2 million. Oh my God, we've got in front of it, and the Grotti doesn't like that one bit, and it's going to get in front. So there we go. The Italy GTO is doing what it does best, and showing absolute contempt for every other vehicle in the world. Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, $2 million for the Grotti Italy GTO, and 2.7 if you're paying the trade price, you know, or rather the standard buy now price for the what the heck is this, the Furia, and what do we think of it? Well, to be quite frank with you, is it worth $2.7 million? No, it's certainly not, ladies and gentlemen. You've just seen it lose to the Krieger by a long stretch. Is it worth $2 million? Yes, probably is, really, to be quite frank with you. Right, what are you doing, Mr. Raccoon? You're not going to do me any damage with those kind of flares. Oh, you silly Raccoon. Need something far more. Yep. Yes, that'll do it. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.